Hey guys, let me show you how I make my favorite movie or TV show snack. And don't worry, all of these ingredients will be listed in the description box below. So let's get into it. First, you're going to cook down your chorizo. A lot of times I don't typically use chorizo, but I wanted it this time. Then you're gonna cook down some ground beef, preferably 1 pound. You're gonna add some chili powder and taco seasoning. I prefer to use taco seasoning because it already has onion powder, chili powder, and garlic powder and other ingredients that I typically use. So it's a one-stop shop. If you prefer to use other ingredients, it is completely up to you. I typically only stick with those unless I add a little bit of the Cayenne pepper, which I'm not doing in here because of the spice level I'm trying to stick to. Also, the chorizo already has a certain level of salt, and so does the cheese. This is definitely one of those fan favorites in my house. I used to make it for my son when he played football and they had team parties, and basketball when they had basketball parties, and sometimes I would include the meat and sometimes I would make it meatless. So you're going to add that chorizo back to your pot and you're going to incorporate that all together. It smells really good. I wish you guys can smell it. Let me know if you've made this before in the comments and the different ways you make it. So now I'm going to cube up the Velveeta in big slices. I don't know why, but cutting Velveeta cheese feels like you're slicing into Play-Doh. Or maybe it's just me. But I do like to cube it because I put a certain amount in the pot at a time. And sometimes I end up not needing all of this block. I believe it's a 32-ounce block, but I will include it. So now I'm adding in a can of condensed cream of mushroom soup. You can also use cream of celery. I have used both on different occasions, and there was no difference, no significant difference at all. I'm going to add a little over half a can of water to that mixture and mix it around really good. Now I'm going to open some Rotel. I chose mild. Like I said, I'm keeping it at a certain spice level right now. And add that to the pot. It's about a 10-ounce can. And then I'm going to mix all of that together. You can use a bigger can if you like. Like I said, I've seen this made in so many different ways, so many different versions. At this point, I am starting to add my cheeses. And like I said, it's really a preference. I have used shredded cheese before, but I found it quicker to use. These, you are perfectly welcome to shred your own cheeses. I've used cheddar, I've used mild cheese before, and they still came out great. I've even used pepper jack, and it's been really good. So I'm going to mix the cream cheese and the Velveeta around until it's the consistency I wanted. But like I said, the spice level is what I'm trying to stick to. I have people in my home who would prefer that I not make it too spicy today. I'm now going to cover that up and let it sit for about 5 minutes and then come back and put some of the jalapeno juice in there, just a couple of drops. That's just to loosen it up a little bit, plus I prefer the flavor. I'm also going to put half a jar of the hot jalapeno peppers. Normally I would use the entire jar, but like I said, I'm keeping it at a certain spice level today. My daughter was sitting close by watching. She loves when I make this, but she's like, oh, it's too spicy. So I'm doing half of the jar of the spicy. And then I'm going to do an entire jar of the mild. Some of that juice poured in there still, but it is quite okay. You will see. It'll work out great. So this just looks absolutely amazing at this point. Like, I could just start eating it right now. I ended up not needing all of the cheese. There was still a few blocks that I sliced off left. And this is the finishing product. I'm going to put some lime chips on the side because that's just how I prefer it. I prefer the lime chips. So this is going to be my snack. I'm about to sit in front of the TV and watch some movies. Like, it just came out really good. Even though it wasn't that spicy, I'm taking my bite here. Yeah, you guys are going to love this. Let me know, like I said in the comments, if you've ever made this before and the ways you've made it. I'm going to pair this with some Poppy Cola. I believe it's called Poppy Cola. Bye.